Hi, this is Jameson Fink. I am part of the On the Boards Ambassador Program, and I'm here speaking with Sarah Rudinoff, who will be performing at Northwest New Works, and we're just going to have a little chat and drink some wine. So thanks for talking with me, Sarah.
Yeah,
Cheers.
thanks for having me and bringing the wine.
Yeah, of course. It's what I do.
I like it.
It's a little fresh and fizzy Portuguese wine.
Oh, that's yummy.
I would call it a porch pounder.
Oh,
I kind of like that term.
short for Portuguese or short for being on your porch pounding it?
Oh, I didn't even think of that. I thought of the porch, the actual physical porch, like a porch in Portugal pounding.
I like it.
Yeah. That's maybe we can have Portuguese New Works next year and do this in Portugal.
I like it.
Yeah.
Or Brazil, where they speak Portuguese.
Perfect, or both. We're very ambitious.
Super ambitious.
Yeah. So I was doing some snooping on the internet regarding your exploits. I looked at your website, which is sarahrudinoff.com.
Yes,
correct?
it is.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty easy to
And
find. Yep.
it was, yeah. It's like my website, jamesonfink.com.
Good idea. Great minds.
So there are a couple of things that stood out to me. One was, obviously you sing, and that you've sung the national anthem at the Seahawks game.
I have at 2 different Seahawks games in the last 5 years. Yeah.
Now that's always, I'm told it's like a notoriously difficult song, and then to sing it, in front of an audience with all the delays and shit. Is it as difficult as people say it is?
I had 2 really different experiences. The first time, so there's about a 4-second delay between what you sing and what they hear. So they give you inner ear monitors so that you're not hearing your echo while you're singing, because that's really distracting, because you hear yourself 4 seconds into the future singing the lyric, and it's like, whoa, it's really a mind trip.
It's like time traveling.
Yeah, it's time traveling, but like
in
just enough off of the time. Yeah. So the first time I did it, my inner ear monitors were great, and I really only heard myself, and I was really sweating that I'd forget the lyrics, but I didn't realize this, and they didn't tell me, but there was an enormous Gobotron with all the lyrics on it.
Nice.
So it was great. So the second time I did it was Canada Day, and so they had a really gorgeous ex-hockey player come and sing, who's like now a pop star, come and sing the Canadian anthem, so that got me all distracted, I think. And then after he was singing, I was singing, and my thing wasn't turned up high enough, so all I heard was my echo, and that was very difficult.
But you pulled it off.
I did. I kept kind of trying to stretch my lips a little bit so I could see myself sing, and I was like, this is you in real time. Just keep that in your mind as you get completely driven insane. But it's only a 90-second song, so.
That's true. Luckily, there won't be a 4-second delay on the boards.
No, there's no 4-second delay during my
show. It's one of the many charms of this space.
Yeah, it's very intimate. There's no 4-second delay. That's really good.
So I watched a preview of what you'll be performing, and it's called "Is This Real Life?" Correct?
Yeah. Oh, you watched the Art Zone.
I watched the Art
preview.
Zone thing. Yeah. And it's "Is This Real Life?" There's no question mark.
No, there is a question mark.
There is a question mark. Okay, my notes are bad. I must correct this. So tell. I saw a little bit of it, but tell me what we can expect.
It's I've never done this before. This is my 4th solo endeavor, and one of my shows, the last date I did at the season on the boards a couple of years ago, and I've never done a little excerpt or showing while I'm working on something. It's usually just like, and now here's the show.
Right.
So it's been interesting to create. I have about 60 minutes of material that will probably grow into 75, like a full show. And trying to figure out what 20 minutes I want to do and what's representative. So what you're going to see at Northwest New Works is, it's sort of the frame around it is that I am trying to sort of be in the present moment. I'm trying to sort of be meditating, but I keep getting distracted. And the distractions include my phone, the internet, all the other things in my mind, my grand ambitions, and the bigger themes of the show as a whole are, I named it "Is This Real Life?" because it's a lot. I started with sort of the idea of reality versus pretending, and is one better than the other, and is one more authentic, and one is more real, and just playing with the idea of real in this digital age and in the age of reality television, where people are sort of learning how to behave by watching people behave for cameras, and sort of taking their behavioral cues off of people acting real, and
yeah, that's it's kind of disconcerting.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah, I do too.
I was just at the airport in Toronto, and they have this thing where where there's like this, you're in a terminal and there's all these places to eat, and at every table, whether you're at a bar like this or at a long table, they have iPads at each seat, so you can order your food and drink from the iPads and never talk to a human being and just stare at a screen. And it's so, I mean, I wrote about it. It's like sort of like Alfred Hitchcock and the Birds, when the birds are just sitting there watching you. It's like you used to go to an airport, and I used to go to an airport and
God, it was fun.
wear a tie, and it was before 9/11. And
you'd walk to your gate.
Yeah, and you were happy to.
Yeah.
And they fed you. But I used to like going to airport bars. You'd always like have some weird random conversation. Where you headed to, son? You know, I'd be like, oh, I'm going to Florida to visit my grandpa. And then
no, that's a really good point. Like, I think the airport. I actually used to write a lot about the airport when I was in my 20s. Like, I was obsessed with like, it was a place to meet strangers.
Yeah.
Everybody was at a different. Either you were about to vacation, so you were more relaxed, or you were there by yourself a lot.
Yeah.
And so you would see a lot of people who maybe would be paired up or with family or partner be alone. And so I think now we have our screens, so we don't have to come out of our shells at the bar, at sitting next to each other. It's like, no, I'm just sorry, the closest we get is, are you using that plug?
Right,
I have to,
the
like,
outlets.
plug in. The outlets. It's a total outlet challenge at the airport now.
Yeah. One more thing I want to ask about, actually two things, shifting gears. One is Century Ballroom, RuPaul's Drag Race. I never got to go to one of those. I guess it'd be a viewing party.
Yeah.
What was I missing out on?
Total mayhem.
Yeah.
No, it was really great. So Ben de la Creme was on season 6. He was one of the stars of season 6, and he's a local drag queen. It was interesting because I was working on the show, and a lot of the full show, and it's not in what I'm doing it on the boards, but the full show is a lot about reality. I've learned a lot about reality television. I'm sort of obsessed with breaking it apart and figuring out what the fuck's going on. But so Ben asked if I would do this, and I thought it'd be really interesting to sit next to somebody as they watch themselves on TV.
Oh yeah, that would be strange.
Live, because he's shot it, and he shot it 6 months before,
Right.
and it's done, and he knows what's happened, but he has no idea how it's going to be cut, what's
yeah.
included, what the producers decided to show.
Or
And
what people's reaction will be in the audience too.
right, exactly. And you know, and what part of his narrative is going to be told, you know, really, or if it's going to be told at all. And it was really, we had like 500 people coming out on Monday nights to the Century Ballroom. It was total mayhem and really, really fun. And I got in full drag every Monday night, and Jinx Monsoon joined us a bunch, and we had great performers, and I performed a couple times. It was just, and we also did Capitol Hill series. We premiered the episodes of Wes Hurley's Capitol Hill soap opera right before that. Ben is the host intro, does the host intro to each episode. So it was a lot of community in one night. Like, we're going to show this, and it really felt like as the condos go up around us, we're all in this old building, like with drag queens and freaks going like, look, we're still doing this fun thing, you know?
That's true.
Yeah, I felt like it was a very cool night of, you know,
good thing for the soul of Capitol Hill.
Yeah, it kind of felt like that. And it was intense to have him, like, watch him see himself kind of maligned or kicked off the show, and then brought back. The fans went ape shit when he got kicked off. Like, some of the reaction was online, which I loved. People were like, he should totally come back next week because of the fans. Not realizing, of course, that they've already filmed everything. There's no way he's going back next week.
Yeah.
But people don't, you know, once you start watching it, you don't think about how it's made. And, you know, people are like, he's going to totally come back next week. I'm like, except for not. But...
Right, yeah. You can have an online campaign, but the dot has already been cast.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it was great. I had a blast. And I'm announcing at the Gay Pride Parade this year. So I'm back in the bosom of the wonderful gay community, which is, in my 20s, I did so much of, like, lots of drag stuff and really fun stuff, and I felt like, oh, I'm back almost in my 40s now.
You're rekindling.
Yeah, I rekindled.
You're coming full circle.
Yeah.
Well, Sarah, thanks for chatting with me. I look forward to seeing your performance at Northwest New Works. I'm so nervous when I say Northwest New Works.
Because you think you're going to screw it up.
I keep doing like a New Works Northwest.
I saw Dave Schmader's interview.
I know.
You
watched it. That's
of course,
great. I'm so flattered.
He had multiple choices of wine. I only got one because I come at the end.
Boy, edit that
No,
out.
I'm joking.
I was so nervous the first day. I was like, I'll bring 30 bottles of wine. What if someone doesn't like this one? And now I'm like, hey, you're gonna drink it.
This is yours.
You're gonna drink it and you're gonna like it, damn it.
It's true. Phew. I drank it, I liked it.
Yeah, here's your kickback money. So thanks for coming by, and we'll look for Is This Real Life ? At Northwest New Works.
Great.
Cheers.
Cheers. Thanks, Jameson.
Sure, thank you.